Welcome back to the David Pakman Show. I am Farron Cousins from Ring of Fire, sitting in for David today. And if you want, you can follow me across social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm at Farron Balanced. I would appreciate any follows you may throw my way. But until then, let's get back to some more of the biggest stories of this week. And one of the more grotesque things that we saw happen this week, in addition to Marjorie Taylor Greene's week-long meltdown, she took a minor break from that to tell a British reporter, "Go back to your country." Now, we have the clip I'm going to show you in just a minute, but before I do, let me go ahead and set up the, set the stage for you, if I might. What happened here is that Republicans in the Senate worked with the Democrats. They came up with their bipartisan gun control legislation. Long overdue, decades overdue, really. And finally we got it. Not quite as strong as we needed it, but hey, we got something. And sometimes you got to celebrate even the smallest victories. Even if it's not what you wanted, you got to take the wins when you can get them. But Marjorie Taylor Greene was angry. Angry, my friends, angry that those Senate Republicans dared to join with those Democrats and take away your guns, as she says. So she holds a press conference with a couple of other weirdos from Congress, including, of course, Lauren Boebert, Thomas Massie, and Andrew Clyde, when she was confronted by a British reporter, and then this exchange took place. Here it is.
And it's our job to defend the Second Amendment.
Yeah, I understand that we don't have guns in the UK, that is true, but we don't have mass shootings either. Children aren't scared to go to
You
school.
have mass stabbings, lady. You have all kinds of murder, and you've got laws against
nothing
that.
Like the same rates.
Well,
here.
you can go back to your country and worry about your no guns.
That's very kind.
We like ours here.
Go back to your country. You have mass stabbings, lady. Okay, but not really. Certainly not at the level that we see mass shootings here in the United States. Even before we had the big string of mass shootings taking place in America in May, even before that, statistics already showed us that we were averaging here in this country 10 mass shootings per week, little more than one per day. And that, of course, is a mass shooting defined as any single shooter event in which 4 or more people are shot. More than one per day here in the United States. Great Britain is not suffering a mass stabbing every day. I don't even know if they're suffering a mass stabbing every, 4 months, as Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to make it seem. The homicide rate here in the United States is 4 times higher than over in Great Britain. 4 times higher. And 80% of those homicides? Guns. That's what's killing people 80% of the time here in the United States when some person kills another one. Guns. That's the difference. Mass stabbings are not something that people in the United Kingdom walk around terrified of every single day. Versus here in the United States, you're not safe in a grocery store. Our kids aren't safe in school. You're not safe in a house of worship. You're not safe at a music festival. You're not safe at a mall. You're not safe walking down the street. You're not safe. Plain and simple, you're not safe here in the United States from gun violence. It doesn't matter where you are, where you live, red state, blue state. Yes, some states do have higher rates, of course. But you go over to the UK. You don't see people cowering in fear all the time. You don't see them out there saying, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a knife is a good guy with a knife. They don't come up with those idiotic talking points. But we do here in the United States, partly because we have elected officials like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who rather than address the facts, rather than acknowledge that this is a uniquely American phenomenon, because it is, she would rather insult that reporter, telling her, go back to your country. I mean, we have seen, obviously, these hardcore hate mongers across the United States, I mean, for centuries, telling people, go back to your country. But here we have, in the year 2022, an elected member of Congress telling another human being, go back to your country. Are we even redeemable as a society? Are we redeemable as a country? If this is what we've got representing us, this is now the global face of the United States, and it really is. You know, I get emails, I get comments, I get all kinds of things from people all over the world that talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene, that talk about Lauren Boebert or Matt Gaetz or, of course, Donald Trump. The rest of the world does see these things. And this is the face that we put forward. And I know this is just one individual from a tiny little county in Georgia who has somehow become the crazy global face of what the United States is all about. And it all goes back to comments like that, telling a reporter, go back to your country.
If you're using traditional toilet paper and paper towels, you're probably cutting down trees from North American old growth forests. And I've talked about before, we don't want to be doing that. Also, they come wrapped in single-use plastic. That's also a mess. And the solution is Real Paper. This is a sponsor I feel great about. Real Paper makes paper towels and toilet paper from fast-growing bamboo, not from virgin tree fibers from forests. Using bamboo prevents soil erosion, it prevents habitat loss, and importantly, it's a major impact on carbon. Real Paper also uses no plastic packaging. So we often talk about what can we do? Corporations need to do many things, but what can we do to help the environment? This is an easy thing, and I made the switch to Real Paper at home. I can't tell the difference. Everybody buys toilet paper. Everybody buys paper towels. This is one you can actually feel good about. And you can use the code PACMAN for 30% off your first shipment when you sign up for a subscription at realpaper.com/PACMAN. The link is down below.